So do you guys believe that you can live on earth and have perfect peace?
Internally,
Uh-huh.
you say we can, so we're here to listen.
Yeah.
So
Do you believe that's possible?
I hope so.
Judging by my history, I would say no.
Hope so.
You don't believe it's possible? Have you ever done anything in life to someone else and you regretted it and you thought about, wow, how did I do that?
Sure.
I can't imagine I did that. And you say, I would never do that again. And a little time will go by and you find yourself doing it again.
You just described one of my big problems, yeah.
Yeah. And does it seem as though it's not you, but something else is driving you on the inside? Like something else is in charge of you,
Like I
causing you to.
conflict, like I talk to it. Part of me, I'm like doing something horrible,
Yeah.
getting revenge, you
Yeah.
know, whatever it is. And the part of me is like, Jeff, stop it. And the other part is me like, nope, sorry, dude, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't, and I'm like,
You can't
I'm
help
like,
it.
you know you're gonna regret this later. The other
Right.
part of me is like, I don't care,
Yeah.
dude. This
Yeah.
feels great right now.
Yeah, it's the spirit made a home in you, and it's not you, but it feels like you, it sounds like you, and so it seems like you, but it's not you. It's an identity that made a home in you, and that identity came from resenting your parents, especially your mother's first, and then your father's. You become like what you hate, so that spirit that you have in you is your mother's spirit. You took on her identity. You think like her. You feel like her. You don't feel like a man or think like a man. You feel and think like a woman.
Yeah.
That's exactly what women think and feel. And so they're so insecure in that mode that they impose it on their children. They run the men off because the men don't know how to handle it, because their mothers were like that and they hated their mothers and they become attracted to what they hate. So they end up marrying women or dealing with women who are just like mama. And so they become violent or little boys or something like that. Yeah. And the mother's not going to tell you, your father loved you. He didn't leave you. He left me. He didn't know how to handle me. But because women, it's impossible, almost impossible for women to be honest about themselves.
Wow.
The hardest thing in the world for a woman to do is tell the truth about herself.
Wow.
And so she'll tell you about everybody else, but not herself. And if she has said to you, I did this to you, not your father. He never left you. He just didn't know how to handle me. He was married to his mother. I'm like his mother. You would not have hated your fathers.
That would have been nice to hear that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not, I don't think that's what
But
I
they
heard.
hate men, so women hate men because they were not close to their fathers growing up. Their mothers turned them against their fathers too.
You just described my whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they hate men, so they hate the men children, the ones who were born and unborn.
And I look just like my dad.
Oh yeah. And so they
He
hate-
does.
Yeah. And so the way for you to overcome that, because you can pray until the cows come home.
Yeah.
You can read the Bible until the cows come home. You can hoop and holler and shout until the cows come home. But if you don't forgive your mothers and return to your fathers because they can help it, God would never bring you into the kingdom.
Dang.
He cannot forgive you until you forgive them.
Is it a process?
Yeah, you got
Is it
a process in that you got to see that you're wrong for hating them. Yes, it was absolutely wrong and evil for what they've done to you, but you're suffering the same evil because you hate them. You're judging, you're playing God. And so if you can see that it's there and it's wrong to hate, go and forgive them, God will forgive you. Don't ask for forgiveness and say, hey, I realize now I've done things that I wish I had not done and repeated them and couldn't help myself. I realize that you couldn't help yourself. I'm sorry for hating you for it. And the moment you forgive them, God will forgive you, take that spirit away from you, and give you back yourself. The little boy, the spirit you had prior to the trauma. But as long as you had that anger, you will be separated from God and you will have no peace.
Do we need to go to them and talk to them?
Yes.
Or talk to them on the
You
phone
need
or
to go
something?
to them and forgive them. If you can do it by Skype, because you need to face them. And the hardest thing in the world for a man to do, or a woman, is to face their mama. It's like facing Satan himself.
Oh, I used to
yeah.
hate, I was more afraid of my mom than the police when I was a kid.
Yes, because you hate her. She made you hate her. And whomever you hate control you.
Yeah.
They have control. That's why women control men, because every woman they get involved with is mama. So they become little boy with her.
Dang. This is so true.
Yeah, all my relationships are all messed up like that.
Yeah, because you're getting involved with mama. And so you can't deal with her the way a man should deal with a woman. A man is supposed to help a woman come out of her hellhole, out of the emotional state with logic, right? But because you're in there with them and you're trying to get something from them that they don't have. Women do not have love to give. They don't have love.
It's confusing because I have this part of me that's so like masculine and strong,
Right.
and I don't let anybody beat me in fights. You know, I win jiu-jitsu and I teach my students toughness and
Right.
come show up and do your workouts and don't give up easy and all this and that. But there's this other side of me that's like truly feminine.
That's a right.
And-
That's
and
a
I-
cover
and I-
up for your weakness.
It is, and I respond so emotionally to things. I respond so like,
Yeah.
like a woman. Like
Beta.
I respond like a beta. So
Beta
many
male.
We both wanted to come here and go, Jesse, don't even ask. We betas.
betas. Team beta over here.
Any man that has anger is a woman.
Dang.
So does that mean my whole jiu-jitsu career is like, was just a cover up?
Yeah, cover up for what was missing on the inside.
Does that mean my whole jiu-jitsu career wasn't special though?
It was special in that.
Jeff just wants to hear
Does
it's
it still have
special.
value?
It was special in that you were able to physically succeed in it, right? But as far as the real you, it meant nothing.
You just kind of covered it.
Yeah, you covered like
Yeah.
a drug addict.
I
You
feel like
covered with
that.
like your father covered his weakness up with meth.
I feel like an
Because-
imposter.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like people are like, Jeff, you're this amazing fighter, and I'm like, really? Like people
Right.
really believe, and I am. I know all these amazing moves.
It's
I know-
amazing to throw other men down and beat them up. You
He
can't
does. He
deal
does
with
have some
women.
good moves.
But you can't even deal with women.
Yeah, I can't. No, I
Women
struggle.
beat you up and you're beating up men.
You know,
Beta male.
beta.
So you got to face your mother, both of you. You got to shake in your boots and don't expect anything from her.
No.
Don't expect her to apologize. Don't expect her to admit to anything. Don't expect anything. But forgive her. Don't ask for forgiveness. And don't say, I'm sorry I did this when I was young. You can help yourself. You became like her. So you did what you were a mirror image of your mother. So you acted like women act. So just say, I'm sorry for hating you. I realize now you can help it.
Click,
In that
hang up.
I gotta go by.
In that very moment, God will forgive you. And then go to your fathers and just ask what happened. Let them know now you understand. I understand that what happened. I see now why you couldn't deal with my mother. And in that very moment, your whole world will open up.
Well, I don't like thinking about it. You're making my palms sweat. I just visualize doing all
I'm
that.
just scared
Yeah.
of their response because my parents are very manipulative.
Right.
And as soon as my mom realizes she has a hook to come back into your life, she will. But I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it. But it has to be a way where it's like I can't really be around her. I have to protect myself.
But
like,
when you forgive her, you'll be done with her.
sweet.
Yeah, you
That
won't.
sounds cruel for me to say, but
No,
she did a lot of damage.
Yeah, you shouldn't let her around you until she repent.
There you go.
If she doesn't change, don't let her in your world because
Yeah.
she will try to
She'll
get
cause
in
more
there
damage.
and manipulate. And your wife and children, she'll kill them. She'll kill the cat, the dog, the grass, and everything.
Dude, that you're describing her mom and her
Yes.
and the relationship with my grandmother and even her mother.
Absolutely.
There was turmoil through 3 of those generations.
That's
I remember
right.
seeing when I was a little
So
kid.
you got to face it in order to be free. That's the only way, because God said, how can you love him who you never seen and hate your father who is on earth and you have seen? So you can't love God and hate your earthly father, because your earthly fathers are the sons of God. And if you hate the son, you can never love the father.
Dang. This is true deep stuff here.
This
But,
ain't like liberal church, huh, Beau?
No, this is like man-to-man stuff. This is not like, yeah.
And so you're going to be free, and then you're going to love your parents in the right way, because we're supposed to love our parents, and just as mean don't hate them. Don't be angry because they couldn't help themselves. Speak
Yeah.
up, tell them the truth about themselves. Be honest with them, but don't hate them. And then you can love God and become sons and be fine.
So do I need to become a Christian?
No, you need to forgive. You need to go and just forgive her for what she's done. It was wrong, but you only feel the pain because you're judging her. You hate her for what she did. Just stop hating her. Be honest with her, but don't, speak up, but don't hate. And then you'll be fine. You become a son of God, and that's amazing.
It's amazing.
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 And you
I
would
would like
never
that.
be attracted to that mama spirit again.
Yeah, I want to be done with that.
Yeah.
It's ruined a lot of things in my life.
Yeah.
I hope it's not affecting my business. There probably is.
It affected every aspect
That's
of your life.
everything about
Yeah.
us.
And what you got to realize that God above is the man's God, and Satan is the woman's God.
Ooh.
And so Satan is jealous of the sons of God, right? So he's using the woman to bring you down. He wanted to destroy the sons of God.
Spiritual battle, dude.
That's factual.
Yeah. And so, and when I tell women that, a lot of them are starting to realize, wow, that is true. My mother did act like Satan. And so they start to forgive. They overcome it too. So they'll come back into that logic world of God.
And then it's in the Bible where it says your desire will be to head over the man.
Yeah.
Right, after the fall.
Because
right?
when Eve listened to Satan,
yeah.
she no longer believed Adam, who listened to his father, right? So Satan turned her against the man. And so he told her to go and trick the man, draw him into your world. And she did it. So the woman became the man's God. And Satan is the woman's God.
Dang.
So when you forgive your mothers, their role will, because Christ put it all back together, then now the woman is back subject to you and you're subject to God. And then you can help her to overcome that fallen state. But you can't do it until you overcome her spirit. Both of you guys know exactly what a woman feels like, what she thinks, how she feels. That's what it means to be born again, to overcome the woman and return to the Father. That's why God said there would come a day when he would return the children to the fathers and the fathers to the children. And that's what salvation is all about. So you guys got a job, you got to go.
Yep.
You know, all that tough fighting you do, now you got to shake in your boots.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, it's time though. It's time
Yeah.
for me to do that in my life.
Because if you ever get married, your kids don't have a chance.
Yeah.
And I would like that someday. I would
Yeah.
like to be married and have a family.
I never
and-
had kids because I was afraid I would do that to my kids. I was
Yeah.
afraid I'd
Yeah.
rage
You
on
will.
my
You won't be
kids.
able to help it.
Yeah.
Because
I-
it's that spirit. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's the spirit in you.
Yeah.
It's a warfare between good and evil. God and Christ, Christ and man, man over woman, and woman over children. Christ restored that order. And so there is a way out. And the way out is that you must forgive. Just apologize for hating them. They couldn't help it.
And say sorry for hating you. And
Yeah.
forgive you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You don't
for
have to
hating
say
you.
it back to me.
No, don't even say that. Just leave it up to them. They want to apologize, fine or not fine. You forgive them. And it's going to be amazing.